Hello everybody, this is Deb from Just Do Something Homestead, and today I'm going to show you how you can earn a little bit of money from your old corn stalks. Is your corn all done for the season? If so, you can make a little bit of extra money by cutting off the stalks and selling them. And today I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to want a real sharp trimmer that you can cut these stalks off. Now, when I plant mine, I plant two together. So what I have done, I've cut these two completely off at the base. Next, I buy some really cheap string or rope. It doesn't have to be anything special because it's just to tie them together so that they can hang and dry. So this I got at Dollar Tree. It will work just fine. I start by tying a simple knot towards the bottom of my stalk, but see how it's getting larger? I don't want to put it at the very base because when it hangs upside down, it's going to fall right off. So this way it can't slide when it's upside down. So I have tied one. Now I'm going to cut it at about a foot and tie the same thing on my other one above the notch. What I'm left with is about a foot of string in between these two tied at the base. And so that is the corn stalk. What I'm going to do now is hang it to dry. You want to hang it for about 1 week until it's thoroughly dry. You tie that at the base because you want to dry them upside down. That way, all these leaves that are coming off are going to stay upright and hang down just a little bit. If you were to just cut them and connect them, it's not going to look big and bushy. It's just going to be skinny. So this is the way to do it to make them look awesome when you are decorating. At this point, you're going to hang it upside down, and honestly, you can hang it off of anything. I am hanging it off of my flower trellis right here by the garden. I could hang it off the fence in the back. It's 6 foot tall, but the chance of deer coming along and eating it is a little too risky for me. So I am going to hang them inside my yard. Once this is filled, I'm going to hang them off my clothesline. Basically anywhere that I can hang them that they're going to get some airflow. And I'm going to keep doing that until I have my entire little patch of sweet corn cut down. Now, if I find a ear of corn that I missed, I'm going to remove that, peel it back, give it to my chickens. My chickens will love it. As you can see, it's had been anyways. The insects got it, but my chickens will love it. I choose a shorter variety. So this one right here was Sugar Baby, and they only got to be about 5 foot tall. You want to be cutting them when the leaves are still very much green. Don't wait until it's completely dried up. They're very fragile at that point. So you want to dry them and then put them together into a bunch, and then you can sell them as decorations in the fall. When I grow my corn, I have 15 hills of corn in each row, and each hill has 2 stalks in it. So that's basically 30 stalks per row. I put 15 into a bundle. So out of each row, I get 2 bundles, and I have 4 rows, so that's 8 bundles I will be able to sell. Now, I have a farm stand. I go to the farmer's market. Not everybody has that option, but you can also use them as decoration on your own porch. So I did that for years and years, and it's an easy and very inexpensive fall decoration. Once in a while, you're going to get some rinky-dinky nothingness ones. These are probably only 2 feet tall. I just put them with one large one, tie them together. It's going to make them fuller, a little bit lower. One of the advantages of decorating with corn stalks is it forces you to clean up your garden. So instead of having this corn dry out, get snowed on, and get left there to make a big old mess in the spring, it'll be cleaned up and I can just move on with replanting. All right, I got 1 row finished and I have hung them up on my clothesline. So I will be doing 1 row a day until I have all 4 rows finished in the next 4 days. And here we are 1 week later, and these corn stalks have been hanging outside upside down, and I have just taken them all down. And the first thing you're going to do is take off all the rope that we used across the bottom. Now I can use this rope again. That's why I did not tie it on too tight. It's actually pretty loose. So I am going to go through and I am going to remove all of this rope and save that for my next batch. If you were to look at just one cornstalk, you'd say, well, this is a pretty sad looking thing. But that is why you want to bunch them together, make them real thick, and people go crazy over them. I start to stack them up as I remove the rope, and what I'm looking to do is to make the bottoms level so that people who are buying them, they're going to tie them to their posts on their house. They're going to put in a T-post in the ground and tie it to. So you want the bottom of it to be level. I like to put 15 stalks in each one of my bunches. So right now I have 2 bunches of corn stalks, and people don't want just a couple skinny little floppy ones. What happens, they're stronger when you group them together. So by putting 15, they're not all going to fall over and look bad by Halloween. So that's what people are looking for, fall decorations. At this point, it's completely up to you how much or how little you want to decorate them. Remember, these corn stalks are not going to be able to set upright completely on their own. They're not strong enough for that. But you are going to bind them together. And what I did, I brought out some of the things that I like to use. I typically tie them with a stronger rope than just twine. You can use twine if that's what you have. And then I like to put a ribbon on top of that rope, just to add a little color. There are so many different things. These items I got at Dollar Tree, so we're not spending a whole lot of money, but I think it's worth it. When people see them, they're like, ooh, I need to have those. To add the rope, I'm gonna go about 3/4 of the way down, so about 1/4 of the way up, and I am just going to put the rope around it and put it pretty snug. You don't want it so tight that it breaks off the stalks, but you want it tight enough so that they don't fly all over the place. The looser you make it, the more chance of it falling apart. Put a simple knot in it, and I leave a little bit of the ends hanging down here. Now, you can either leave it like that or you can cover it with a bow. And as you see, it's snug, but it's not overly tight. I don't want those to break, so I'm gonna leave some room in there. The ribbon is 9 feet long, and so what I do, I unroll it and I cut it in half, so that's gonna give me 4.5 feet. For the bow, I wrap it around the center again, and I put a pretty good knot on here. Now I'm going to make the loops. Then I simply tie it into a bow. I like this wired ribbon. It holds the shape much better. And the last thing I do is I cut the ends at an angle. All right, the first one is finished, and I put them in 5-gallon buckets to sell them down at my farm stand. And like that, I was able to do 2 decorative corn stalks. I've placed them in a 5-gallon bucket so that I can carry it and sell these down at my farm stand. So I was able to put together 2 tonight, and I have another 6 to do. So there you go. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye-bye.